What is better than investing into cryptocurrency? Well, definitely, at least for me, it's earning cryptocurrency. And that is exactly what ADA Bounties allows you to do. ADA Bounties allows us to complete bounties, simple tasks, and get rewarded in crypto. Or, if you prefer, you can even be the one creating these bounties. If you have any tasks you don't want to do or you need some help, just create a bounty and someone that wants crypto will get the task done for you. You can learn everything you need to know about this very interesting website and project in this video. As always, nothing in this video is financial advice. Even though you can earn some crypto, it's all up to you and it's all on you to do your research, make up your own mind, and decide whether this is worth it or not. It's also very important to notice that this is a very recent project that is still in development and in an early stage, and that might not actually have the most perfect user experience, so that's something to keep in mind while watching this video. But nonetheless, this is a very interesting project with a very interesting and worthy use case. But yeah, as you can see here, we have the ADA Bounty website, and this is the first page you'll see whenever you enter the ADA Bounties website. But don't worry, I'll leave the link for this website in the description for you to visit. And the first thing you can see here is the dashboard. Okay, we have plenty of bounties here, and you can, for example, ordinate and filter by data, by date, by title, by category, by description, and for bounty even, as you can see here. And with a filter function that is pretty complex, you can see here that you're able to create rules to write the things you want. So if it contains, if it starts with, if it doesn't contain, not with, and you can do this for every category and every criteria, which I think is very interesting. And as you can see here, you can even add rules and set more than one rule, which is very cool, I would say. I've used this function to change the order of the bounties and how they show up, and this can be pretty useful, for example, for the bounty in ADA that is paid, because you can just order it from the highest bounty to the lowest. So as we have done here, if you scroll a little bit down below here, you can change the pages and see the bounties that exist in the other pages here. Here on the right side, you have the timeline that you can see the actions that other individuals and companies are taking inside the ADA Bounties website. And if you scroll further down, you can see some interesting metrics about the platform and how it's been used in the last months. These metrics mostly track the change, okay? But we'll have another page with more in-depth metrics for you to check out. And if we scroll up again, we can see here the Connect Wallet button that is in fact crucial for you to be able to use this platform. You'll need to connect your wallet to create your own account and to be able to create bounties and claim bounties. Here on the dashboard on the top right, you can see here that we are only having the open bounties being selected right now, but we can change. We can have all the bounties if we want. You can have just expired bounties, for example, or just closed bounties, as you can see here. But in this case, we want all the bounties, not all the bounties, but just the open bounties, so we can focus on what matters. And then once we have the open bounties, we can click here on this square with the arrow to check all the information about the bounty. So here in the description, you have a general overview about the bounty, what you need to do, and etc. Okay, so this is very important to read carefully, everything in here. But here on the left side, you have, for example, information about the bounty owner, who is the person that created the bounty. You should always check the profile, see their reputation, see who they are to decide whether you want to take on the bounty or not. We'll explain you in the future why. You have your categories, when it was posted, and also very important, expiration date. So careful, this bounty is just about to expire. From the moment we are recording this video, it's 1 day to the expiry date, so it would be very hard to execute on it. And then we have the success criteria, where it was successful or not, what we need to achieve. This one is one that you should read very carefully and make sure that whatever it is that you deliver fills in this criteria in the most perfect way possible. Then you have claiming, where you can claim your bounty, but of course for this you need to have your account created, you need to have your wallet connected, and then you have rewards. This is the amount of ADA you'll be able to earn. You can also upvote or downvote the proposal, but for that, of course, just logging into your account, because it's also good for your reputation, and I'll explain you what is the reputation later. So basically, whenever you finish your project, you come here to the claiming side, and you'll be able to claim. There'll be a little green button here. I'll also show you. If you want to create your own account or just logging into your account, you just need to connect your wallet. You accept the terms, you choose the wallet you want to connect in, and then it will give you a pop-up to your wallet to choose your wallet and to sign a transaction to be connected to the website. You just sign your transaction, and then you'll have your profile. You just need to add your name, and if you want, you can add other data to complete your profile and make it more legitimate for the people on the platform, especially if you want to create bounties. Once you log in, this is how the platform will look. You'll have more information here about bounties, claims, etc. We'll go through that in the future, but basically when you come here to claim, you have here the instructions, and you have here this button to create your claim. You just need to add your receiving address and add the claim details for your project. And then once you're done, you just need to click on OK. We won't do it because we actually don't have the bounty completed. But of course, I believe it's important to warn you that this is still a very new project, and there are still some limitations related with bounty creators that can actually take advantage of the system with these bounties. Basically, the creator of these platforms shares with us some tips, as we can see here in the FAQ page, that we should consider whenever claiming a bounty, and the link for this resource will also be in the description. The reality is that we could have an hypothetical situation where someone creates a bounty, asks for a certain deliverable, and sets some condition, but never accepts the claim offer, and you never get paid for your bounty. To reduce those kinds of situations to a minimum, you should first pay attention to the success criteria for the proposal to make sure that you're eligible word by word. There is nothing they can state against that, because you need the bounty creator to accept your offer. And secondly, you need to bear in mind that there is no mechanism to apply the bounty creators to pay you any ADA bounties. You should check their reputation, check their metrics, and see if they are someone that usually accepts claims and pays for their bounties. That information is in their profile and is in the reputation system. But you also have the leaderboard of the reputation system that will show you in the future, and that allows you to compare them with other people in the platform and get some context in terms of how good of a ADA bounty creator they are and how well they are acting inside the platform. If you're not sure about this bounty creator, then maybe it's not worth pursuing this bounty, and you should not give away also everything when you create a claim. For example, when you do a claim request for research, for example, as we've seen in that example from Matt Plumbing, you can leave out some parts of your research whenever you're presenting the claim and state that you'll complete them once the claim is accepted, that you'll share that information that is missing once the claim is accepted. Now, with these important tips, I'm sure you know how you can claim the available bounties and make the most out of this platform. If you come here to the top menu and you click on search, you see another feature you have here on ADA Bounties, that you can text search anything you want to find out about inside this app, any bounty, for example. But if that's not enough for you, you can even use the advanced searching mechanism. Here you can search considering all the different variables. For example, I'll just search for bounties above 40 ADA. Let's say 40. We need first here to select the token. The token should be ADA. We select it here, and then we say less than, greater than, or equal to. So we want things above 40 ADA, and we select the token amount, and then we search. And here we can see all the offers that were above 40 ADA. Two of them are, one is closed and the other one is already claimed, but we have 3 open offers above 40 ADA. On top here, you also have bounties and claims, but in this case, we'll focus on metrics and focus on the reputation system. If you click here on Leaderboard, you're able to see the metrics considering the reputation system we talked to you about, that is related with how people are acting inside the app. And you have here the reputation, you have here information about the bounty ADA that were paid by each people, and you can see here also the claims. If you prefer, here on top you can just search for the bounties, claim bounties, both total bounties created, compare them with the bounties paid, for example, and you can see here the claims as well, a little bit below, who has claimed stuff. Here we can see exactly how the reputation for users is measured. Okay, we can see that it considers a total of up votes and down votes, number of bounties you pay, claims submitted, comments submitted to the bounties. You can also have the claim score that considers the amount of claims accepted and claims that weren't accepted and that were rejected, in fact. And you also have comments and everything. So naturally you can put negative comments if someone is not paying you for a bounty. You can also downvote that proposal, and that will also reflect in their reputation, as well as not accepting your claim. Then if we go here to the menu again to claims, to metrics, we also have system metrics, and here you can see just the overall performance of the platform with the percent changes in the last month, 2 months, and 3 months in several different metrics. And here you finally also have resources. In resources, you can click on contact us and you can contact the team. You need a verified email to do that through this form, but you can also send them an email to info@adabounties.io. And you have here the Twitter, the Discord, Telegram, LinkedIn. I contacted the team to Discord. They were pretty responsive, so that's certainly an option. And then you also have here the FAQs. Before contacting the team, I advise you to go here through the FAQs, where you have a bunch of information. I've shown you already some of the information in the FAQs. And if you want to use the platform, I do believe this is something you should go through on your own and do your own research to complete this video. In fact, I tried to make this video as complete as possible. As you've seen here, I've gone through these FAQs, I've contacted the team, trying to give you all the best information. And if you appreciate that, then please just drop me a like, drop me a comment. It will be great for the algorithm. It will allow me to reach more people. And of course, if you can also share this video with anyone you think might be interested in earning some ADA. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and turn on the notification bell. Sorry for taking this time to ask you this, but this is really valuable for us YouTubers, because we put in a lot of work, and that's a way you have to help us continue being consistent and putting in work, and that comes out free for you. So thank you very much for your help. As I stated before, once you connect your wallet, you have access here to the bounties and the claims. Okay, we'll take a look here at the bounties. And basically with the bounties, you can use a feature that is bookmarks. So what are bookmarks? Basically, come here to the dashboard, you select one of the offers, and then you can use here a bookmark on this offer. It's basically a way for you to track and keep track of these offers that you think are important, the bounties that you think are important. And you just come here to bookmarks bounties, and you'll see all the bounties that you bookmarked and that you want to keep track of. Okay, then of course you can see your bounties, the ones you created, and manage them here. In this case, we haven't created any bounty yet, but here you have also a new bounty, a way to create your new bounty once you have your account created. And in this case, let me see, I'll do that. We just need to select category. I'll select social media, seems right to me. We just need to add a title. I have here test title. We need to add a description. I have here a test, but of course you need to put a more complete description of what you want for your project. Then here is the successful claim. You need to put the actual outputs and describe them very well, what you want to get out of this offer, out of this bounty. The better you describe them, the better will people be able to deliver on what you want. And here you can show the process of how people can claim this bounty. In terms of token reward, you just set here the token name, and you set here the amount of tokens you want to reward them. You have here a list of native tokens, but in this case, I think they're only working with ADA so far. So in this case, we'll use ADA. And you can also set an expiration date for your project, okay? Or if you don't want to, put a very late down the road expiration date if you want it to last for long. Then you add any tasks. I just add test. I can add social media, for example, and you just click OK. And once you're satisfied, you can review here your offer and click here, and your pop-up will come up for you to confirm the transaction with the amount of ADA you've defined, and also with the fees for the platform. I'll talk to you and explain you what are the fees later, so don't worry about that. But besides that, you can also see here, you can review any claims that are being reviewed, and here in my claims you can find your claims that you've asked about. Finally, here you have the cost of using ADA Bounties. ADA Bounties is free for everyone to use. The only cost you have is whenever you're submitting a bounty, okay? Then you pay a flat fee based on the bounty reward amount, and here you have the price depending on how much are you paying in bounty for that task. So basically you can guide yourself here through the FAQ to know what are the costs you should expect from the bounties you want to create. ADA Bounties is definitely a pretty useful website, a useful platform that leverages on blockchain to complete some of the tasks that either you don't want to do, or you'd prefer, like, or even need someone else to do them. You can easily create an ADA bounty and create actual incentives to have people doing what you need, whether it is social media interactions or, for example, some kind of research. But it can be used for almost anything that you can set clear goals and get clear deliverables. It can also be a great way as a normal user, as a normal person, to complete some simple tasks or even tasks that you enjoy doing and get some crypto rewards for it. Certainly an interesting way to leverage some of your free time and put in some work to be able to earn some crypto. If you are interested in this kind of platforms or in other platforms that might allow you to earn some free crypto from participating in voting, taking social media actions, then you should definitely check out this content creation DAO that creates incentives both for content creators to produce content, but also for the community involved in picking the strategy, picking the content that should be creating, and helping the DAO basically reach a wider audience. You can learn everything you need to know and how you can and should take action to support this project in this video here in this end screen. And on my side, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for liking and supporting, and I'll see you in the video about the content creation DAO.